This is The Point of View. We're live on CCTV. It's Monday night, and we have a great show for you today. My name is Bernard Avle. The Point of View is your preferred current affairs show on TV, and it's live and interactive. Our hashtag is Point of View, and we're also on Facebook at CCTVGH. We have a very interesting show for you tonight because Africa's largest democracy goes to the polls on Saturday the 16th. The numbers are very interesting. 84 million voters. 76 or more presidential candidates, 36 states, 2 frontrunners. Who will win? I have 2 interesting people who will take journeys to Nigeria and will also analyze the permutations. Don't go away. Welcome back. Wherever you are watching this show from, make sure you contribute to the discussion. So, what are the implications of a Buhari retention? What would it mean if Atiku wins? Very interesting permutations from the stock market perspective, from other neighbors' perspective. I have 2 leading protagonists here in Ghana to help me with my discussion. I'll be speaking to 2 journalists in Nigeria, and I'll also be analyzing all 36 states tonight on The Point of View. In studio, I have the PDP's Barry Indu. He's a comrade. He is the spokesperson or publicity secretary for PDP Ghana chapter. Barry, good to have you.
Thank you.
And I have from the APC, the governing APC, Lukman Taiwo Bakari, who is the APC chapter 1 chairman for Ghana. Great to have you, sir.
Good evening.
I like the fact that both of you are in green. Both of you are in national colors.
Yes.
It shows you're on the same flag. Your colors look like a political party in Ghana's colors.
Yes, I know.
Just that there's one color missing, the black is missing.
Ours is white,
theirs is black.
and red.
Yes, you know the name of the party.
I know.
And what are your colors?
Yes, our color is here.
Okay. Blue, white.
Blue, white. Yeah, blue, white with the
red.
With the red.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to start off tonight by taking you to Nigeria. So it's 6 days to the election, and campaigning has become quite serious. So I'm going to take you to an APC rally where the president and the vice were in attendance. It was addressed by a very interesting man from the East, Amechi. He spoke about why the PDP have no case and that they are doing voodoo economics and that the APC need to be retained. Later on, I'll take you to Borno State where the leading candidate for the opposition PDP addressed supporters. So I'll show you those 2 quick videos. Then we'll come in and look at what are the issues driving the election.
The issue is that if you don't vote for the president, you will not have that train run to Abeokuta. And I challenge those who are in government, including the fact that Abeokuta or Ogun State had produced a president before, and there was no train to Ogun. Yesterday, we took a ride, and yesterday we said to everybody, you must start running the train from today. They say Monday, I say today, and carry passengers free of charge from Iju in Lagos to Abeokuta every day for 3 months before we start charging. Now let me take PDP on an economic argument. That's elementary economics. Just like I challenge the vice presidential candidate that what he's doing is voodoo economy. Every day you hear him speak is voodoo economics. And I think the chairman of our party called it container economics. Buying and selling, elementary economics. PDP said they will create jobs. Tell them how. How? He said PDP China. PDP said they will create jobs. If not ask them how, I can tell you how we'll create jobs. We'll create jobs by building infrastructures. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will be employing a minimum of 50,000 persons on that train. Minimum. Already, they are employing over 30,000 persons to construct just from Lagos to Abeokuta. That is not adding how many we are employing from Abeokuta to Ibadan. And we've agreed with them that latest April, the train must reach Ibadan. And it will take you 1 hour, 15 to 20 minutes to get to Ibadan. That is not what we met on ground. PDP did not do that. Lagos-Ibadan road was not functioning. The train Even the narrow gauge they said they worked on. The narrow gauge they worked on could not do more than 17 kilometers per hour. It took me 3 hours from Lagos to Papalanto. 3 hours. And PDP said they did something. You know, the argument between us and PDP is simple. They are not opposition party. They were in power for 16 years. We have been in power for 3.5 years, right? And they want us to go out. They are not happy with what we have done. The fight today is between the rich and the poor. The rich that was in PDP, they are broke. You know, I know what it is to be in PDP. I was in PDP for 16 years, right? So I know they are broke, and once you vote for them, again, the Naira will crash. Because they'll be too in a hurry to steal the money. The vice president of Nigeria then, who is now the presidential candidate of PDP, went to Bayelsa. Arriving Bayelsa at the stadium, he shouted, PDP! Guess what they replied? Share the money.
My fellow brothers and sisters of Kogi State, you know, anytime I visit Kogi State, I always develop mixed feelings. First of all, there is a feeling that I am at home in Kogi State. Over the years of my political career, right from the beginning, I have interacted with very prominent citizens or sons of Kogi State. Among those that I can remember, there are still those who are still alive, and we are continuing together. Now the power stations, Geremu 1 and 2, is legacy of PDP, not so? Now, I am here to pledge to you that if you elect PDP and you return me as a president, all those projects that have been abandoned by this government, we will complete them for you. The unemployment rate, which is very, very prevalent in Kogi State, as in the whole country. You know, our #1 program as the next PDP administration is the creation of jobs. I want to commit to you, before you, that we will create as many jobs as possible to reduce the unemployment in our country.
So that was 2 quick videos. So the second video was the PDP presidential candidate, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, flanked by a former APC man who is standing by him, Bukola Saraki. This was actually in Kogi State, local giants in north central Nigeria. Earlier on, you saw Rotimi Amechi speaking in Surulere. This was a rally a couple of days ago where both the president and the vice were. So, gentlemen, it seems to me, just watching the 2 videos, that this election is a lot about the economy, is it not? Because Amechi was talking about jobs, and Atiku was also talking about jobs and projects. So let me start with Barry. What are the key issues driving this election?
Thank you, Bernard, for this great opportunity. Nigeria election in a few days from now is a referendum. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians have been impoverished by this government. There has been so much killing since this government came into office. Fulani herdsmen have continuously killed the Nigerian people, and none of them has ever been arrested since this government came into office. This government came into office in 2015, and they promised Nigerians that the economy will get better. They actually had 3-point agenda, which was security, economy, and corruption. They said, according to them, that a lot of killings was going on in Nigeria during the Goodluck administration. They said there was high level of corruption in the government, that they are coming to change the corrupt system in the government and make sure that corruption, I remember Buhari saying corruption will be totally eradicated from the Nigerian system. as we speak today, Mr. Bernard, the level of corruption in this government is far, far more than ever in the history of Nigeria. With time, I'll give you instances of the level of corruption in this government. As I speak to you now, the national chairman of a party, the national chairman of APC, openly said in one of their campaigns that once you get to APC, your sins are forgiven. It's on the internet. You can Google it. So now, most of the people who PDP actually took to court when we were in office, they have tactically moved into APC, and sincerely, all their sins have been forgiven.
So it's economy, it's security, and corruption.
Just,
do you agree?
These are the three key things the president talked about in 2015. That's their key point agenda. Yeah. I think is there.
Look, man.
Yeah, I agree with him, but it's one thing that couple up with those three.
Yeah.
That is the corruption. Because with corruption, economy cannot move. You can make so much money, but when there is corruption, it won't reflect. And that is exactly what we promised. That is exactly what we are doing. When we came to power, we met a bad shape of economy. 32 states out of 36 could not pay salary. We gave them bailout 3 times. And when we came in, we started fighting corruption. But they are saying we are not fighting corruption. They were saying we are fighting corruption on one side. And we are asking you, you have been there for 16 years. These people you are saying we are not prosecuting, these are the people, those are your responsibility. You should have done that. Because those people you are talking about, they were in opposition for that 16 years. You should have prosecuted them and jailed them if they are guilty of what you are accusing them. The leader of our party, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he was a former governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007. On the very day he came down from office, he was the first person that was invited by EFCC the same day to Abuja. And he went there. They questioned him. He was released. He was later charged. And he won the case. Why today you people are saying Asiwaju is corrupt? Somebody you charge and you couldn't be able to prosecute him, be able to jail him. When we came in, they said we are fighting one side. We have jailed 2 ex-governors. If you know what, governors are the most powerful people in Nigeria. They are even more powerful than the president. So for us to fight the corruption under 3 years and jail 2 governors, and you have been there 16 years, you couldn't be able to jail even 1 person.
So in your view, corruption is a bigger issue, and Buhari is winning the fight against corruption.
He's winning it big time. What he has done is far, 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 far better than what they have done in 16 years. They have not done anything in 16 years.
The PDP has been in power for 16 years.
Yes.
And the APC has been in power for 3.5 years.
Yes.
So Barry, he's saying that if there's corruption, your party bears a bigger responsibility.
Okay, now, Bernard, PDP came into office in 1999. We set up AFCC.
Yes.
We set up that agency because we feel that the best way to move the Nigeria forward is to ensure that we have an anti-corruption agency that tries to curtail the excesses of people in office. PDP arrested, it was during the time of PDP that the former governor of Bayelsa State, who actually later died, during Perez Silva, was arrested. He evaded arrest in Nigeria and ran to the UKK. He was arrested there. He spent close to 4 to 5 years in UK before he was deported back to Nigeria. During the PDP government, a serving IG of police, Tafa Bologo, was actually handcuffed on national TV. PDP, the governor he was talking about, the ex-governor was talking about, the case started why PDP was, if he would be truthful enough, he was taken to court by a PDP government. And you know the judicial system in Africa. Sometimes it takes more than 7, 8, sometimes 15 years for a case to finally come to a finished conclusion. The man he's talking about was taken to court by a PDP government. PDP government have jailed more people than this government. I want to ask them, how can you say you are fighting corruption? Odjus Okalu was the former governor of Avle State. As of today, as I'm speaking to you, the man has been charged to court for laundering money close to $900 million equivalent.
$900 million?
From 1999 to 2007. The facts are there. The case is in court.
Under which government?
Under PDP government. He was a PDP governor for 8 good years. This same man we are talking about is currently the leader of the Buhari campaign organization in the Southeast. Now, very glaringly, a few weeks back, a governor of Kano State was caught on live TV collecting money, collecting bribe, dollars, I mean dollars, not naira, dollars, proper one.
Wow.
Not just $5,000, oh, not $100. Oh. I'm talking of several hundred thousands of dollars from contractors.
Live on TV.
Live on TV. He never knew that the contractors were actually there with
Cameras.
a secret camera. He was recorded consecutively collecting bribes that we are going to give you this job. Before you execute this job, you're going to give me a certain percentage. The Buhari himself, a man who is so deceitful, who lied to Nigerians, who made us believe he is a sense of heaven. Buhari is the word deceit.
But in terms of the outcome for the 2015 election, yes, a lot of people felt that the PDP was corrupt, which was, and nobody accused Buhari of personal corruption, which was one of the reasons why he won that election. Are
you aware that Buhari has contested elections several in Nigeria before 2015? Two things happened while Goodluck was removed. Two key things: Boko Haram and the alleged corrupt practices under Goodluck administration.
The alleged corruption.
Alleged corrupt practices. Listen to me. It is difficult to totally exonerate corrupt practices in government. But you know, Goodluck came up with a transparent system of fighting corruption even before you dare it. We set up today. Everybody has an account system where you can't have more than one account. If you do, you can be traced.
I see, but when you take the two candidates now, if you read all the write-ups about Atiku and Buhari, nobody has accused Buhari of corruption. A lot of people have accused Atiku of corruption in the past. In fact, some people say Buhari is just old, but Atiku is dodgy in his past dealings. So if you're talking about corruption,
if someone is corrupt,
your presidential candidate seems to have more of a baggage.
Atiku has been out of office. He left as a vice president from 1999 to 2007. It's close to 12 years now. If the man is corrupt, why hasn't the government arrested him? Why hasn't the government traced any corrupt practices to him? The man is still walking free all over Nigeria. So this is a propaganda. This is a strategy. APC is not for propaganda. Evil propaganda. That's what the propaganda they use against Goodluck and make people hate Goodluck so much and him. Today, 60% of Nigerians, if not 70% of Nigerians, are waiting for Saturday.
Look, man,
Buhari has to go.
He's saying people have regretted voting out Goodluck Jonathan.
Who? Nigerians or Liberians or Americans?
Nigerians.
Nigerians never regret for 1 second. Listen, he was talking about the prosecute. What is the sources of your prosecution? What is the sources of your fighting against corruption?
I have named people...
Listen, sorry. Let me learn. He mentioned of the Tafa Balogun, former IG, under President Obasanjo. He stole 17 billion naira. That is $51 million worth of today. Then then it should be more than that. But let me put the amount on $51 million. What happened? He should be jailed for life. He was sentenced for just 6 months. Is that what you call?
For stealing $51 million.
$51 million. He was sentenced for just 6 months. Is that what you are calling fighting against corruption? Alami Sheikh traveled. He was caught in London. He disguised as a woman. He came down to Nigeria.
Wow.
And he was jailed by the late President Yar'Adua.
Under PDP government?
Under PDP.
Okay.
Under PDP.
Thank you.
Under PDP, President Yar'Adua was a PDP and he was jailed. After President Yar'Adua died, President Jonathan came in. After 2 months, he was released. And he was given a presidential pardon.
Wow.
That is a governor, a sitting governor that disgraced a whole nation. Is that the corruption they are fighting? These same people, JAM, that is the JAM for you to get an admission to university. In 2017...
So JAMB?
JAMB.
The exam.
2017 alone, they've remitted 7.8 billion naira to the very account. And these people were in power 2010 to 16. They only remitted 51 million naira. So compare 51 million to 7.8 billion. Are you getting me? So we are not talking about only money they stole.
So
the system is so corrupt.
We spent a bit of time talking about corruption. What about the economy? Because a lot
about security also.
Let's start with the economy though. A lot of people feel President Buhari's economic agenda has not been delivered. And they feel that things are very difficult in Nigeria today. What is his major economic achievement?
We have achieved so much.
Name it.
Let's go to agriculture. You see, when the people are talking about maybe the system is so slow, people are suffering, is there a time people are not suffering? But it's just like we are all used to corruption. We are all used to the system. If I could be able to be releasing enough money every day, and everybody, you could be able to have some, my brother, I could be able to give some to Barry, everybody will be okay. And they will look at, okay, the economy is booming. But this is when Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari said, we are going to fight this corruption. And in one way or the other, it must affect one or two people. Now, they said the economy is not good. We still have the richest man in Africa. He's in Nigeria, Dangote. He's not complaining. He's building refineries at Ibejuleki now.
Can't check his
We have the richest black woman in the whole world. That is Fọlọ́runṣọ́ Alákìjà. She's there. Nothing is affecting their business. They are doing well. And you are saying the economy is not good. What happened in 2014?
But you have a large chunk of the population even living below the poverty line.
He doesn't understand.
Hundreds of millions of people are poor. So if the fact that Alakija...
Under their government, they have more people living under poverty than this current government.
Based on which facts are you
statistics?
We were like in 2014. In 2014, it was 89 million Nigerians were living under poverty. Go and check it. It's just like what the difference that came in now was that because we are being rated the poorest nation in the world.
You accepted Nigeria?
Listen, let me listen. But the percentage of the people, the number of people under poverty during the PDP, they are far bigger than what we are having today. Are you getting me? Fine.
Really?
Fine. The India they have been able to put some strategy in place for them to reduce the poverty in their country. That's exactly what we are going to do at the next level now. You see, when you are talking about corruption can affect many things.
You're talking about economy now.
Yeah,
let's take it one after the other.
Yeah.
Because you're not the moderator of the show. Allow him to talk.
Wait, that's what we are talking about. When you are saying that we are talking about economy, and you refuse to remit 7.8 billion, and you remit 51. All this money you embezzle that will cover 7.8 billion naira, $378 million, 27,800 pounds, and a lot of 470 mansion.
What are these things? Those are
what we recovered from all the people that are under investigation. The past PDP.
So for you, recovering these monies helps the economy.
It helps because we cannot continue putting things in the economy and we are not fighting. They said their vice president said we cannot close a shop and run after thief.
Who said that?
Their vice president. That it's better for thieves to continue stealing and we should be able to.
Which vice president?
The vice president of PDP, their candidate, Peter Obi. Yes.
Anambra State,
and we're not asking him, okay, you want to continue buying, selling, and leave thief alone? No matter what you sell, thief can always come and steal whatever you have, and you won't make progress. So that is exactly what is affecting the economy. Whatever we want to use to run the economy, if there is corruption, it will never work.
Okay, we'll take a short break. This is the point of view. We are trying to understand the dynamics of Nigeria's election. We are told there are three issues: corruption, economy, and security. My guests are from the APC and the PDP. When we come back, I'll speak to two journalists who I had a chat with earlier on, who had different views on the outcome. And then we'll do permutations on the 36 states. Who's going to win on Saturday? Don't go away.
The conversations that help you shape your spiritual journey as a Christian. Find the answers you seek. Catch the 700 Club with Pat Robertson every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. on City TV. witness the twisted and tangled story of betrayal, greed, vengeance, and love in the award-winning Brazil Avenue. Carminia, a woman led by greed, gets rid of her husband, who is Rita's father, and sends Rita away to a filthy landfill. Rita finds love in Batata, but they are soon separated by adoption into different families, far away from each other. Many years later, all paths cross again as Rita, now a renowned chef, seeks to pay back her stepmother for taking away her happiness as a child. It's the story of twists, turns, suspense, and thrilling action in Brazil Avenue. Brazil Avenue airs Wednesdays to Fridays from 10 to 11 p.m. only on City TV.
Welcome back to The Point of View. We're live on City TV and we're live on Facebook as well. My guests are from the PDP and the APC. Lukman Taiwo Bakare is from the governing APC. He's the Ghana Chapter 1 chairman. And Comrade Barry Indu is the publicity secretary for the PDP, the opposition party, the leading opposition party in Ghana. I'm going to give you two quick interviews. So I had two Skype conversations with two journalists just to get a flavor of what was going on. First, I spoke to veteran journalist Anselm Okolo via Skype, asking him what were the issues driving the election. I pressed him to make a prediction. I'll play you that video. Then I'll also speak to Mujib Jamil, who's also a journalist, who had a different view of who was going to win. Please watch. First and foremost, what is the mood in Nigeria ahead of the election?
The mood is upbeat right now in Nigeria. Nigerians are very expectant. You know, we're just about a few days to go, say about 4 or 5 days now to the election. And the parties, the two biggest parties, rounding up their campaigns across the country. And there's a whole lot of media buzz, situated on the campaigns. And there is also, for those of you who are outside of the country, the situation of insecurity that has heightened in the last 1 month as a result of political activities around the country. So Nigerians are upbeat. The mood is quite momentous because this is one election, I can tell you, that will define so many things for Nigeria. This morning, it was reported in the media that Nigerians who are non-indigenous in certain parts of the country are already going back to their various respective states for fear of what they describe as potential reprisals, attacks that might erupt as a result of the outcome of the election. But aside of that, all the agencies of government that are involved directly with the conduct of the elections, I mean the Electoral Commission, I mean the various security organizations, which have all collapsed under the Nigerian police for the process of providing security for the election. Everybody is saying, oh, we are ready and we are all going to work for a free and fair poll.
Okay.
Come Saturday. But let's see how
close is the election between the leading candidates?
I will tell you that it has never been this close. I will put it at using a ratio of 100. I want to do 60 to 40. The elections, the results will be that close. 60% to about 40%. Which party will get 60 and which party will get 40 is up to the conjecture of whoever is speaking about it.
Why are we not clear who is in the lead? And what dynamic is Atiku bringing to the ticket?
As a matter of fact, Atiku has brought in the grassroots power into this process. But of course, Buhari, that is the APC, the incumbent, is relying on the power of incumbency and what they throw around as the achievements of their government, of their administration in office. A lot of people will argue that what they throw around they should claim, but these are just the two differences between the campaigns of the two parties. One is relying on the power of incumbency, and the other one, Atiku Abubakar, is relying on the power of grassroots politicking. So they are Atiku has been engaged in the grassroots door-to-door campaign and then massive campaigns at the state capitals.
So finally, if we look in the crystal ball, come Saturday, we can't be sure who's winning. It is impossible to know who's winning at this stage.
Yes. Well, it's right now, I will tell you that it depends on who is speaking. If you ask me my own personal opinion, I can venture to say that I think Nigeria is going to experience another change in power on Saturday. I see so based on what I see as the mood of the people. In 2015, Nigerians clamored for a change. Nigerians wanted it. And I would like to make a fair assessment to say while the Buhari administration can lay claim to one or two things here and there, Nigerians have not seen the change that they promised. And I think Nigerians are ready once more for a change at the helm of affairs of this country.
I can hear you.
Great. So we want to just find out first, if you can identify yourself, tell us your full name and your position.
My name is Mojib Jamil. I'm a journalist. I'm the executive editor of Church Reports, an online media in Nigeria.
Thank you for speaking to us on City TV. It's a few days to the election. What is the mood like in the country?
Yes, campaign activities have been ongoing by the two major political parties, the ruling All Progressive Congress, as well as the opposition People Democratic Party. Though we have about 73 political parties filing in candidates for the presidential race for February, holding this Saturday, February 16th. But the major contenders are the two main political parties, the APC, like I said earlier, and the opposition PDP. The mood is that of tension and apprehension, with a lot of crowds attending the political rallies of the two major political parties. But the battleground states will be the Northwest, where we have the Northwest zone of the country, where we have 7 states, and the Southwest, where we have 6 states. So that's the main. We have 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria, where we have 3 in the southern part of the country: the South-South zone, the Southeast zone, and the Southwest zone. While in the northern part of the country, we have 3 zones, geopolitical zones. That's the Northwest, the North Central, and the Northeast. Basically, the battle will be between the candidate who wins the highest number of votes in the Northwest, because the Northwest has about 20 million votes, while the Southwest has about 16 million votes. So out of the 80 million votes, you have out of the about 18 million registered voters, you have, out of the 6 zones, you have more than 50% of the registered voters coming from just 2 geopolitical zones. So that's why campaigns have been very high in the Southwest and the Northwest for most of the political parties.
What are the issues driving this election?
Yes, the major issues driving the election are the economy and corruption, the fight against corruption, and the structuring. Those are the three key issues. And the opposition party has been saying that the fight against corruption is not holistic, while the ruling All Progressive Congress has been telling their supporters that they will continue the fight against corruption. While we have a lot of unemployed youths, about I can't put the figures for the number of unemployed persons in Nigeria now, but it's on the high side. So they have been using that as a campaign against the ruling party. And but in terms of infrastructure and economic development, I think the ruling parties have made some gains in terms of the airports, the rail network, then the fight against importation of food items. The country has been able to save about $22 million annually now on importation of rice alone, because there's this anchor borrower scheme that helps farmers, local farmers, to grow rice. So it's really giving the ruling APC a lot of advantage.
So
because a lot of the population are farmers, so they are getting some ground there.
So finally, when you look in the crystal ball, who will emerge victorious on Saturday?
I will give it to the ruling All Progressive Congress because the candidates of the opposition PDP has been having a running battle, clearing himself for cases of alleged corruption while he was a number 2 man to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. So, and he is not getting the required support from the Southeast, where he picked his running mate from Peter Obi, who was the former governor in Anambra State, and also the South-South, as well as the Southwest state. So, and the two of them are above 70 years old. So it's not a question of the old versus the new. So it's a question of two old folks running for president, above 70, and also two Muslims and also two Fulanis. So unlike we had during the Donald Trump era, where it was not.
So essentially, Mujib was talking about the similarities and differences. Key point, my first journalist said the opposition was going to win. The second journalist said the ruling government was going to win. That shows how close it is. But the second journalist, Mujib, was talking about the similarities in the two candidates. Both Northerners, both Fulanis, both Muslims, both above 70. So the choice is quite different. But he mentioned there were two geopolitical issues. Yeah. The Southwest and the Northwest was going to determine the election. Both of you agree?
Yes.
And the same for last time as well, 2015. Yes. What is it about these two areas? So why is the Southwest the key zone, Barry?
Okay, first of all, before I go to that, before I forget, please, I wanted to mention something about economy. Economy. Before I quickly answer this question. But now that you speak, I remember in 2014, I'm sure you remember, Nigeria, was named the biggest economy in Africa.
On paper.
Not on paper. As we speak now, Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world.
But it's still the largest economy in Africa.
I'm coming. As we speak now, 25 million people have lost their jobs in Nigeria. Personally, I have family members who have lost their jobs within the past 3 years. The young man, the journalist who even who is saying that the APC is going to win, he confirmed that. There are more unemployed people in Nigeria today than in the past 16 years. So how possible is it for you to vote for a government that never gave you jobs? How possible for you to vote for a government who a lot of companies today are running away from Nigeria. Some are running to Ghana. I opened a new business 2 weeks ago. I brought in some guys to come and train the Ghanaian workers here. The guy was in Ghana for just 1 week. I said, wow, Ghana, light and everything. We don't even have light in Nigeria.
Do you have, when PDP was in power, do you have light?
But why did you promise the country that you're going to come and bring change? You lied to us.
You should be ashamed.
It's better for us to vote for you based on who you are than lying to us. Why deceived Nigerians?
We never lied. we make a drastic improvement.
Buhari has appointed 85% of people who are heading the security apparatus in Nigeria are all Fulani herdsmen, are all Fulani people. As we speak, EFCC, police, if they have a meeting of security agencies in Nigeria, and I'm sure they can be speaking outside, and they can be speaking Fulani.
They are Nigerians.
They now went to Southwest and brought the Southwest and made the chief of naval staff who travels by ship. Who?
But they spoke about the rail line. Amechi was speaking about the rail line.
These are
the
contracts.
Airport, infrastructure.
If the people can be sincere, most of these projects were initiated by Goodluck. He's here, he can confirm that. We asked them one day, show us one single project.
You initiated what you do. You never done.
Government is a continuum.
Is it initiating or
NDC government came? I came back from Nigeria. I'm going back again. The last time I was coming back, I used international airport. It was I could find comment that
you don't initiate.
Let me
you
finish
implement.
that finally inaugurated the airport, but they didn't start it. Good luck administration. Look, all the railways are talking about. All the airports are talking about, all these contracts, we asked them, show us one single thing this government has started. The only thing they have started and completed is a broom.
Even the
Let's talk about the voting pattern. The two gentlemen were talking about the geopolitics.
Now, the vice president of APC, the current vice president is from the Southwest. PDP came and took our vice presidential candidate from the Southeast. So now, voters who are from the Southwest may decide to vote for APC because they are sure of a vice president that may, in 2023, decide to contest for the presidency. So PDP has a lot of work to do in the Southwest, convincing people that, look, even though a Southwesterner is not our vice presidential candidate, but these are what we are bringing on the table for you.
But if the economy is that bad, and if corruption is that bad, why would they be thinking about whether the vice president is from their part of the country?
That's Nigeria for you.
So in fact, ethnicity will drive the election more than the...
Ethnicity is a key factor in Nigeria. In fact, PDP decided to even give the presidential slot to a Fulani.
I disagree with you.
Ethnicity is part of it. You can't take it away.
I disagree with you.
The Northerners, do you know what? In the North Central, like the young men in the Northwest, we have a higher number of voters there. Because people there willingly most times come out to register to vote. But in the eastern part of the country where I come from, you find most times people don't even register to vote. But there you have a lot more number of people who are willing. And now the census database in Nigeria have always been wired to favor those in the north. Whether it's true, we don't know. Now, we have a border with Niger. The last time Buhari was campaigning in one of the northern states, governors from Niger came to campaign for him.
Governors from Niger? Mobilizing
Nigerians, Malians, Chadians into Nigeria.
Do you have proof?
What are you saying? These are real facts, my God.
So the Southwest, which is where the vice president of the incumbent government comes
from,
is a key determinant.
It's a key determinant. So there also, they have 6 states in the South: Lagos, Ekiti, Osun, Ondo, Oyo, and Ogun. These are the 6 states. Now, they have also a higher number of registered voters, unlike in the Southeast. Southeast, South. The number of voters in Southeast and South makes up only the North Central.
So we are showing you the map of governors. So the green is the PDP governors. That's the lighter green, and the blue one is the APC, and then the APGA. So as he's saying, the Southeast and the South is essentially PDP.
Exactly.
A lot of the North is APC, and then the Southwest, which
APC.
is mostly Yoruba, is APC. But they are saying that the 2 key areas will be the Southwest and then the Northwest.
Yes.
Let me talk Bakari. Bakari, do you agree with the analysis that this election will be won in the Southwest and the Northwest?
Yes, it was the same thing. 2015 will repeat itself. It's the same thing that happens 2015. I think even when the result was coming in, everybody was like, even calling me at the times of collating time that, oh, look, man, you are going to lose. We are going to retain this power. Until when the Northwest result came in, and I threw it to him, and the whole answer. All the PDP started calling me, congratulations. Even they still have about 15 states to announce. We have won the election.
So the Northwest was so swung it for you the other time?
Yeah.
Sokoto and all these kind of places?
Sokoto, Kano was a big bag for us. Sokoto, Kano,
Katsina,
Kaduna. So those are the areas we won. And on the Southwest, you should ask them, what have they done for the Southwest for them to vote them back in power? President Obasanjo was there for 8 years. Lagos, Abeokuta Express Road, where he came from, is just 45-minute drive. when you are going now, you will spend about 4 hours. It's not done for 8 years. The most used road in Nigeria is Lagos-Ibadan Express Road. The budget for this road every year for 16 years, they could not be able to complete half of it. We have started it, and we are going to complete 2020. From the east, the Easterner, they are die-hard PDP. Whether you do anything for them, they stay die-hard. They are die-hard, you know. But they were asking PDP just one thing: second Niger Bridge for 16 years. They couldn't do it. We have approved that. 220 billion naira.
Who gave the money?
Listen to me. Why didn't you give the money when you are in power?
We gave the money.
Listen to me. Why didn't you give the money? And we approved that project. They are going to complete the project by 2022. Obi Ogunisha was there. The governor of Anambra, where the bridge was situated, was there. They confirmed it. What we are saying is, when somebody is asking of it, one thing from you for 16 years and you couldn't do it, and somebody came in just 3 years and he has done that. Now, during their time, we spent millions of dollars in importing rice. No, he knows about it.
Knows about what?
He knows the effort we have made.
As you speak, rice is 150% increment from what we sold at the 2015. From 7,000 naira, I went in 2014. I bought rice 4,000 naira. Now we sold the 2,000 naira a bag of rice.
It's not about the price. Because when we stopped the importations, and there will surely be shortage before.
So you are producing local rice?
We are producing local rice now. And the price has dropped from 26 to 16,000 now. And it will continue dropping. And we will have the power. We won't have any reason to import rice anymore. We are by the middle of this year, there won't be importation of tomato in Nigeria. There is eight. We have almost 8 rice mills in 8 rice mills in Nigeria.
They are functioning.
They are functioning right now.
Functioning where?
Functioning
Name
in
the
Nigeria.
States. Let Google it now. Confirm it. Name the states.
Even your own government.
Mention
Listen
the
to me.
states.
Listen.
Let's
Let me
confirm
speak.
it now.
Hold on, please. Even your governor
Mention
from
the
Ebonyi
states.
State, he appreciate what we have done in terms of agriculture.
I still want to go to the geographical thing. So which are the key? There are 36 states. I'm told there are some states that are very difficult to predict.
Yes.
For example, Kwara State.
Yeah,
because
Kwara.
of the
Senate president.
Why are there so many defections? There's so many people moving from left to right. Why are so many people defecting from the APC to the PDP?
Is basically politics in Africa have come to realize that it's not mostly on ideology. People go in for personal interest. But I think most of the people who are moving from PDP to APC, most sincerely, are moving there so that they will not be prosecuted. It's a fact in the reality.
But there are some also moving from APC to PDP.
Yes. Now, anyone that has the will...
Like Bukola Sariki.
Good. Yeah. Anyone that has the will to move from APC to PDP under the Buhari administration is a strong person. Why did Bukola move? He came in as a Senate president. The first time in the history of Nigeria, election was done. Everybody contested the election. Tinubu wanted someone else to become the Senate president. Saraki said, no, we all have equal rights to contest for Senate presidency. Tinubu wanted to lord, he has already produced, he wanted to be vice president actually. His party people told him, no, we can't have a Muslim ticket. Nigeria is a country made of Muslims and Christians. Tinubu himself, who claims to be a Jagaban in Lagos or whoever he comes to, today he threw away the party, I'm sure you watched it, he threw away the party flag in Ondo State, when they were embarrassed. Now, Tinubu wanted to become the vice president. They told him, no, why is a Muslim? You also a Muslim. He nominated the vice presidential candidate. Then, who they later won the election? They won the election. He now wanted to also install the Senate president. Saraki said no. As a smart guy, he is a lawyer. Saraki is his godfather. Even though Saraki is in PDP. Now, at the end of the day, Saraki mobilized the PDP guys in the Senate and promised them deputy
so
Senate.
In Nigeria, personalities are more powerful than ideology.
Very powerful. People move. See, Kwakwanso was in APC.
This is
Kano State. Say former governor.
He's moved to PDP.
Everybody was wearing the red cap.
He's going to help Kano vote for
why
PDP.
Did PDP win the election in 2015? They lost because 8 governors from PDP then got angry with the person in PDP and they moved to APC.
So a lot of these governors have come back.
Most of these guys have come back. Some have remained.
So when the person moves, the people move with them?
They move with them.
For them still moving, you will still lose the election.
We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll try and understand the role of personalities like Obasanjo? He's mentioned Rabiu Kwakwanso, who is the former Kano State Governor, and also Bukola Saraki. What role do personalities play? We'll read your comments as well. Don't go away.
Keep watching Breakfast Daily on City TV.
You're tuned into Breakfast Daily on City TV.
You're watching Breakfast Daily on City TV.
We spice up your mornings with culturally enriched conversations, social interviews, and policy-oriented discussions that will keep you updated on the progress of the nation. Let your voice be heard with the hashtag Breakfast Daily.
Nigerians are putting their film on Netflix now. There's DSTV, there's mobile phones, there's all sorts of apps that you can actually put your phone. So distribution is not just going to the cinemas to preview or to premiere the movie. We wear all our gowns and all that, and then that's all. There are lots of channels that we don't know, and we've limited ourselves to just Ghana.
Join us for Breakfast Daily, only on City TV. Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10.
It's time for the biggest road trip of a lifetime. 97.3 City FM and City TV's Heritage Caravan is back. Get to experience culture and explore Ghana's favorite tourist destinations on the Heritage Caravan. 8 days, 8 regions, amazing destinations and exciting events. Mark up your calendars. The Heritage Caravan starts on the 2nd to the 9th of March 2019. Visit citynewsroom.com to register or call 0205-973-973 for more details. The Heritage Caravan 2019 is powered by 97.3 City FM and City TV.
Welcome back to The Point of View. We're talking to PDP, APC. We're trying to see how the election would go. It's on Saturday. It's a big election. Africa's biggest election, Africa's biggest democracy going to the poll. And the front runners are the incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari and the PDP candidate, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Here are some of your comments. Bernard, good evening. I can see this election going to a runoff, but I wish them all the best, and they should consider each other before, during, and after the elections. Emmanuel Tuf Gong Azebo says, please ask them about the new meaning of APC. Is it true that PDP also means poverty distribution people? You know, this was on radio a few years ago. Papa deceived speaking. Poverty distribution people. Harry Olufunwa says, Bernard, would have loved to see neutral resource persons. I follow Ghanaian media precisely to avoid the cut and thrust of partisan politics. Well, I brought you two journalists in addition to the two guests in studio, so I thought that would have sufficed. All right, I have more comments scrolling on the screen. So some people have predicted some toss-up states as well. What is the role of Obasanjo in Nigerian elections? He wrote a letter. He seems to have moved to the opposition side. Does that worry you as an incumbent?
At all.
Don't forget, in the last election, he wrote some letters against Jonathan Goodluck, supported Buhari, and Buhari won.
Yes, he didn't support. It wasn't because of him that Buhari won. Buhari won on his integrity. You should realize that Buhari has led that country from 1983 to 85. And it was the same integrity that the Nigerians are appreciating him today. And that was the same thing that happens in 2015. We are going to put Uncle Obasanjo where he belongs 2019 because President Buhari is going to win without his support. President Obasanjo, his own daughter could not win his constituency as member of House of Rep. So what was his stake to decide who to lead us? He was there for 8 years. He should give us a break. We have so much respect for him. But he should not mislead Nigeria. He should allow us to have...
But this will be the first time since 1999 that somebody he supports will not win. Because every time since that election, he's...
Do you know reason? Do you know reason? Do you know reason?
Tell me.
From 1999, we are practicing one-party system. we've never had a strong opposition.
Okay.
It's until 2015 that we have a very competitive democracy. And he as well knew where the joker was going. That was the reason why he left President Jonathan. And
again, we are showing you a map. The green is showing you the toss-up states that people are not sure of. And again, it's the Southwest. We are told that the blue states are pure Buhari. The red states are pure Atiku. The light blue are leaning towards Buhari. And then the pink is leaning, which is interesting because there's Adamawa, which is where
come from.
The opposition candidate comes from, which is leaning towards the opposition candidate. But all the Southwest states, people can't seem to, the pollsters can't seem to predict. So it's a very close race.
But actually, you see, even the blue ones.
Yeah.
Are not entirely Buhari strongholds anymore, to be sincere with you.
Okay.
For instance, Gombe is a PDP governor is...
even the governor is campaigning for Buhari?
How can you say that?
Yes.
See, we're on national TV. They
Yes,
don't need for you to lie.
I'm not
How can
lying.
you say
He
that?
is there.
I mean, he's campaigning...
I cannot just be here to produce
the
the
same
video.
man who contested PDP presidential primaries. How can you say that?
Have you seen him on the campaign?
Two quick questions. You have over 76 candidates. Will that affect the likelihood of somebody getting a first round victory? Because you have so many smaller candidates.
Yeah, what's going to happen, I'm sure in the next few days, a couple of the guys, most of these mushroom candidates, will decide to begin to show
one side
their
or the
allegiance to. It happened in Osun, where Omisore, who was in APC and didn't get a ticket, moved to another party. Then there was a runoff. He threw his support and asked.
I'm looking at your figures. 22 million students constitute
out of school
26% of the voter population. Yes. So these are young, educated.
Yes.
How will that influence the election? We are told 16% of the voters are farmers and fishermen. Yes. 14% are housewives. 12% are business people. And then traders 5%, civil servants 6%, and then 3% public servants. So you have about a quarter of the voters being students, according to the INEC.
Yes.
How significant is that, and what role would that play?
Now, the question the students will ask is, what has this government done for us as students? What new university? Goodluck Jonathan built 15 new universities within 3 years in office. Ask them. What have they started and completed in that 3 years? Have Buhari government built a new university for Nigerians, for the young people? Has he? Now, the students will ask, how much funding has the university in Nigeria received under this administration? Just a few days ago, the strike was called off.
Let's end on peace. How committed are the two sides to a peaceful election? Because people are concerned about the security situation in the country.
They signed the peace accord, but the sincerity of it is that the ruling government are not working towards the peace accord.
Mr. APC, is the ruling government working towards the peace accord?
No, they are not.
We do sign, and Mr. President, this is not the first time he's losing an election, and there has never been a violence.
So he has admitted if he loses, he will relinquish power.
He never agreed on that. He didn't agree on that.
No, you do.
Kadria Ahmed asked him separately, if you lose the election, are you going to step aside? He never gave a straight answer. Buhari said clearly that he's not going to hand over power to Atiku.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. We are on national TV. Please.
These are clear.
Don't misinform people, please. That wasn't what.
Just finish quickly. Yes.
He accepted that he's going to accept.
So if he loses, you accept?
Sure. Why not?
So
Nigeria is bigger than
when they vote on Saturday,
anybody.
when are we going to know who's going to win?
From Sunday evening.
From Sunday evening. We'll be monitoring. Thank you very much, Comrade Barry Indu. Barry is the APC spokesperson.
I'm not APC.
Sorry, the PDP
I can't be APC.
spokesperson in Ghana, head of publicity. And then Lukman Taiwo Bakari is the APC chapter. Is this Zone 1?
Zone 1 chairman.
In Ghana.
Yes.
Good luck. If that has any role in the election,
yes.
I wish you good luck.
You receive it.
But not the Jonathan version. My name is Bernard Avle. Thank you for watching the show. There will be a repeat on TTTV tomorrow. My name is Bernard Avle. Have a good night.